What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. The weekend is finally here. It's Christmas weekend. I'm excited. I love the holiday season. I love it. Christmas, now that I'm an adult, it's like Christmas has come a lot quicker. When I was a kid, Christmas couldn't get here quick enough. You know what I'm saying? You know how, like, you just can't wait for Christmas and it takes so long for it to come? But it's like now that you're older, it comes within a blink of the eye. Because I just realized Christmas is freaking what, Monday? I was like, wow, Christmas it came fast. Um, so anyway, getting into this episode, what did you all think of TJ and Molly's apartment? I like their apartment. I really do. When I first seen it, I said, that's their apartment. Their apartment is pretty nice. Like it is. It's nice, especially for two teenagers. Because I believe Molly and TJ should be about 18, 19, probably 19, maybe 20. Um, and that's their first apartment, and their first apartment is nice because usually when people get their first apartment it's not ultra nice, like it's just kind of a little run down a little bit, but their apartment is pretty nice, especially for two college kids on a budget. Pretty nice place. um I have a problem with a part of that apartment though, because when they were complaining about the heat and stuff like that, and TJ said that the thermostat, the landlord controlled the heat. I said no, 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 no. See, that's where I had a problem right there. I said, first of all, I can never live in an apartment where my landlord controls the heat. I said, nah, I couldn't do that. Because what if you want to turn your heat up like to 80 degrees when it's like 30 degrees outside? You want to turn your heat up to 80, or you want to turn your heat down. You got to call the landlord every time you want to do that. I said, no, I could never live like that. I'm sorry for the amount of rent that people pay, especially in New York. Because, like I said before, the rent in New York is high. So, for the amount of rent that they pay in New York, I was like, no, I'm sorry. You would have to put my thermostat in my apartment so I can control my own heat. Like, that's just the way it is. Sorry, but that's just how it is. Like, that's too, no. I could never have no landlord control my heat. Heck no. Not at all. Um, Aunt Stella. You know me. I liked Aunt Stella when she first came in because she was no nonsense and all that. But now she just grating on my nerves. Like her whole attitude is just I can't deal with that. She is like a Grinch. Like here it is Christmas. Your nephew, you got both of your nephews there. And I understand that, Christmas is a tough year for her because it was her nephew Thomas's birthday. And he was born on Christmas. So and he's dead now, so it's like, that's a tough year for her. It's a tough time of the year. I get it. But even when she was kept talking about Thomas, Alexis was just looking at her like, can we eat now? Can we do something other than sit here and reminisce about somebody I don't even know? Like for real. I don't blame Alexis and everybody else. Like they even Jordan was in the background making faces and stuff. um and the shade that Stella was throwing towards Jordan when they was at the apartment and stuff, Curtis just looking at her. I'm like, Curtis, now I'm getting sick of Curtis too. It's like, aren't you gonna speak up for your woman? Like your aunt is disrespecting her, throwing shade at her in your face, and you're not really saying anything. Or you keep saying it's auntie. That's all you keep saying. How about you stick up for your lady? Check your aunt. I'm just saying, like she's down. She's a Grinch. Like I'm sorry, but it's just like it just annoys me. Like I could never be around a miserable person. I can't. Like I could never be around misery. Can't do it. So all of the power went out or whatever in the apartment. The food, it wasn't cooked all the way because the power went out. They had gas heat. The gas was turned off. Alexis thought that they didn't pay the bills or something, and they was like, "Yeah, we paid the bills, but everything, just the power outage." Um, so they had to look for a place or whatever to go. She wanted, Stella wanted to go to Charlie's, which is Julian's new bar. Alexis was looking like she was a little iffy on it. Ava and what's his face Griffin went to Charlie's or whatever so she could drop off a gift to Julian. Julian was so rude. Like I understand he don't really care for Griffin, and Griffin definitely don't like him, but it is Christmas. Like you gotta at least be decent, at least. Like seriously, the rudeness. It was like your sister came all that way, mind you, in a storm with ice and everything else to drop off a gift, and you were just rude to her boyfriend, like just totally disrespectful. So when they left or whatever, Alexis, Stella, everybody came knocking on the door trying to get into Charlie's pub. Ava kept banging on the door trying to get in. Julian was not trying to let them in until he heard it was Alexis outside. When he heard Alexis' voice outside, that's when he ran to go open that door. He was like Speedy Gonzalez. I bust out laughing. I was like, "Yep, now he going to open the door once he heard his boo outside." When he heard his boo outside, he went and ran for that door. Um, Molly, she pissed me off. Like I said, I get it. She don't like Julian. Okay, that's understandable. But he didn't have to let any of you in. He let you in. He gave y'all drinks. He said, he got food back there if y'all hungry. He got all types of food. And mind you, I doubt he's charging any of them for it. So basically, he's also losing money. But she was just so rude to him, talking about, "Oh, me and TJ will take care of the food." I'm like, what is the attitude? Like, I understand you don't care for that man. I get it. You don't like him. That's your prerogative. But he's being nice and courteous, and you're being downright rude. Now, if that was me and she was talking to me like that, I'm sorry, but I would have to tell her either check your attitude at the door, or you can go back to your dark apartment and eat your undercooked food. You don't have to be in my space. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I wouldn't continue to take that rudeness from somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have a right to their feelings, but you're not gonna be disrespectful to me in my own establishment. Like, especially when I'm doing you a favor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just wouldn't take that. I understand her issues with him, but you need to check your attitude at the door. Um, Basically, all hell broke loose once Ava was talking to Aunt Stella because she was telling Aunt Stella she got some antique quilts that was coming into the gallery soon or whatever. Jordan walked up because she was like, "Oh, she didn't know that Ava and Stella were so cool or whatever." But then that's when she remembered that Stella took her gift back and exchanged it for the money so she could donate it to the homeless shelters or whatever. And which I felt was totally rude. I mean, I respect the donation, but I just felt like it was rude, to take somebody's gift and bring it back and donate the money. I just felt like it was downright rude. Um, but what I couldn't stand about Jordan today was the way she attacked Ava. Like she went off on Ava for no reason. Ava, number one, Ava didn't know the issues Jordan was having with Stella. She didn't know. You know what I'm saying? She was just apologizing to Jordan because she didn't mean to stir up any issues between the two because she didn't know that they had problems. And Jordan was just so rude to Ava for no reason. Like, and her and Stella were going back and forth arguing. I was like, see, here's my thing about Stella. I understand her hurt and I understand her pain, but you have both your nephews there, and you're arguing with TJ's mother and Curtis's girlfriend about something that happened what 20 almost 20 years ago, however long ago it happened. Like, why are you still beefing about this? Like, I get it. You're upset. You're angry. But your anger and your upset and your hostility is not going to bring Thomas back. It's not. You need to let go, let God, and move on. That's what you need to do. Because all of this is unnecessary. It's Christmas. Listen, here's my thing. I can go to an event. It's been plenty of times where I've been in a party with somebody or people I don't like. But that don't mean I have to speak to them. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been in plenty of parties with somebody I don't like. And you know what I do? I go in, I act like that person ain't even there, and I talk to everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I can't be around misery. I can't be around a miserable person. Aunt Stella is miserable to the T. Like this woman, it's like nothing pleases her where it comes to Jordan. It's like every time Jordan comes around, she has this stink look on her face. The rudeness comes out of her mouth. I'm sorry, but I just couldn't be around that. I couldn't be. I'm sorry. Like Jordan needs to, like I said before, she can be cordial to her. Basically, me being cordial is hi and bye. That's it. Hi and bye. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to have no conversation with you. I'm not trying to break bread with you. I'm not none of that. We could just say hi and bye. Even if you don't say hi back or you don't say bye back, I'm still gonna be respectful because I believe in respecting my elders or whatever. But I'm not here with the unnecessary drama, and I'm not here for the disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna keep it simple, high and by, and I'm going about my business. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how Jordan just needs to keep it. I don't see the point in arguing with that lady because she just keeps going back and forth with her. I just feel like it's pointless. Move on. You know what I'm saying? And in Griffin, you know, he was trying to keep the peace, and then him and Julian got into it. They all arguing about forgiveness and who can forget. It was just a whole mess. So TJ and Molly, you know, they snuck out or whatever to go help the homeless shelters. They came back and they were like, you know, the homeless shelters, they're booked to capacity. They don't really have any food there. And, you know, Julian and everybody came up with a good idea of just donating the food that he got at the bar to the homeless shelter, blankets, everything, just donating it. I felt like that was a cool thing to do. You know, it was a nice thing. You know, think of others. And that's what Christmas is all about. It's all about giving. You know, it's better to give than to receive. You know what I'm saying? Like, giving is the best part of Christmas. You know, nobody, not, you know, they can all afford to pretty much buy each other gifts and stuff like that. But you have people in these homeless shelters that can't afford to do that. They can't even afford, you know, to eat. So it's good to donate and do all those lovely things. For me though, I feel like you shouldn't have to wait till Christmas to do stuff like that. You know, you should definitely do it every day. Like I was just hearing about a story this morning about a woman who was driving down the street and she saw this homeless man, and mind you, it was like 20 degrees outside. He didn't have no coat on, no nothing. So the lady went to Burlington Coat Factory, bought that man a jacket, and you know she seen him on the street again and she gave him the jacket that she purchased for him. And in return, when Burlington heard about what she did, they donated 500 coats in her name. And I felt like that was a beautiful thing. You know, that's a beautiful thing to do something like that. And it made me respect the people at Burlington even more, you know, because I shop at Burlington sometimes too. And it made me respect that organization even more to do something like that, you know. And it goes to show that there are good, giving people still in this world. Besides the crazies that we normally hear about, we still got good people. So, you know, that's a blessing. You know, that's a good thing. Um, so moving on from that. Um, Laura and Kevin, I love their wedding. I think the ceremony was beautiful. It was simple, elegant, you know, it was nice. You know, it wasn't over the top, it wasn't extravagant. It was just them, you know, and their family and their friends. It was beautiful. Leslie came in, and when I saw Leslie come in and she said she had a new boyfriend, I said, "Whoa, Leslie got her groove back." And her boyfriend came in, and you know, he don't speak no English or whatever. And when, you know, Leslie wanted to perform the ceremony for Kevin and Laura, they didn't really want her to do it because she performed the ceremony for Laura and Scott when they got married, which I kind of found was stupid. Though I'm like, okay, she performed your wedding with Scott, but I'm like, who cares? So what? Let her perform this one. So her boyfriend's actually a minister or ordained. So he was going to perform the ceremony. And the only issue was he didn't really speak English. So she was basically going to interpret everything he said. I'm happy for Leslie that she found a new boyfriend. He seems nice and genuine. You know, I'm happy for her. So when Laura came down the aisle, I was so happy when Laura had on blue. She had on a blue dress. I said, thank you, God, because I've seen so many people get married and they be wearing white. And you know, white is a sign of purity and being a virgin. And I was like, I thank God she wasn't wearing white because I'm like, first of all, Laura is not no virgin, obviously. Pure, she's, you know, I wouldn't say she's pure. You know, she ain't no saint, but I love Laura. But I'm just glad she didn't wear white because this is definitely not her first marriage. So she should not have wore white. But I'm happy she wore blue or something that's not white. Um, Cause everybody think when they get married they always gotta wear white. I'm like, you really don't. Especially not if it's your second, third, or fourth marriage. Like you definitely shouldn't be wearing white. Especially if you already got a baby and stuff. Cause obviously you're not no virgin. Um, I'm just saying. Like I'm not even trying to be. Like it's just jokes. But I thought the ceremony was beautiful. You know, the vows were beautiful. They are now officially Mr. and Mrs. Kevin Collins. I'm happy for them. It sucks that Lucky couldn't be there and Spencer couldn't be there, Lucas couldn't be there. It sucks, but you know, it turned out to be a beautiful ceremony. I'm happy for them and that they got married. Um, it was just you know, I'm happy to see families together and stuff, and at least they spent their Christmas at a wedding and everybody was together. You know, it's always a lovely time and lovely thing. Um, So anyway, Sonny, Carly, Jason, and Michael was standing around the living room talking. She wants Jason and Michael to spend the night because the roads are icy. But Michael wanted to talk to Carly and Sonny and Jason about the past because he wanted to understand what happened back in the day. With the whole Tony Jones, AJ saga. He wanted to know all of that because, in a way, he's kind of in a similar situation. It's not totally like that situation, but with him and Nell, it's somewhat like it, but it's not directly like it. It's different, very different. But he just wants to get a better understanding of what their mindset was back in the day. And Carly told him what happened back then with Tony and AJ and why she married AJ, to get him drunk and to get full custody, um, to make him look like an unfit parent because they were trying to make her look like an unfit parent. So she basically told him stuff that was going on back then. And what I still want to know is, and this is a big one for me, we know the history of what happened, but why isn't anyone still not telling Jason what happened back in 2014? That's what I want to know. Why isn't anybody bringing up the fact that Sonny murdered his brother? Why are we not bringing that up? Are we ever gonna get that brought up? You know what? I'm gonna tweet Chris Van Eaton, the co-head writer of the show. I will tweet him definitely after I get done with this video because I want to know: are we ever gonna get those scenes? I just want to know, or is it just gonna be something that's just never gonna be brought up? Like I just find it ridiculous. But Nell shows up at the door and she collapses in Michael's arms. So she told Michael this story about how she was driving or walking around on the icy roads and she felt dizzy, she felt faint. She went to the gate and the guards weren't there. Sonny said that he gave Max and Milo the night off because it's Christmas. Um, so she comes up with this whole story. I just was not here for her little story because I knew it was a lie. She's lying. She's playing a game, is what she's trying to do. So now Sonny and Carly invited her to spend the night or whatever at the house. That's exactly what she wanted. She's playing on Michael's sympathy. But Carly, Sonny, and Jason ain't buying it. They know she's a con. They know she's pulling a con, and they know she's a lying chick. They know she lying. Even Sonny knows she lying. The way that they was looking at her, you could tell. I'm like, nobody's falling for her game, and I hope Michael not falling for it either. Only reason why Michael even was attentive to her, because like he said, I care about the baby. And that's what she asked him. She was like, oh, is this why you're doing all this? Because you care about the baby? What else is he supposed to care about? Of course he's supposed to care about the baby. You know, it's a baby. He cares about the baby. He don't care about you. That's evident. You're a liar. You're a schemer. I don't trust her. I feel like she pulled the con again. This is exactly what she wanted to do. She didn't want to spend Christmas alone. She wanted to spend it with Michael, try to worm her way back into his life. So she came up with a new scheme. The weather worked out perfectly in her scheme with the icy roads, how the power is out, everything's bad right now in the streets. She came up with the perfect idea. Spend the night at the Corinthos house, try to get in Michael's good graces, try to manipulate him for as long as she could to hopefully get them to take care of her financially, basically become a kept woman, and Carly and everybody not falling for it. They know her game. They're just being generous because she's pregnant. And Carly really didn't want to argue with her because she knew that that's what Nell would have wanted for Carly to start an argument with her. So I like the fact that Carly, backed off and just walked out the room to go catch her breath, go sit down, go chill out. Jason went to go talk to her. And I actually like the gift that she got Jason. She got him basically like a keychain similar to the one that he got her with a key on it, which is the key to the house or whatever, because she wants him to basically move in. Um, that toast that Sonny gave or whatever to them having each other's back, I did like the toast because it's true. They always did have each other back. They fought, they argued, but they always came together. And Carly had a good point though. Her, Sonny, and Jason have been through way worse than Nell Benson. They've been through way worse situations, which is true. But Nell is the type of character, she's definitely going toe to toe with Carly. Definitely. And it's showing. Usually Carly would have stopped the chick by now, but Nell is definitely playing the game. But I feel like her time is running out. that's just how I feel about Nell. You know, she's playing all these games of manipulation, but I feel like at some point her luck is gonna run out. It's gonna backfire on her because you're dealing with a lot of big dogs here, and I don't see her winning, especially with Jason being back. I don't see her winning. My issue with Nell, she's pissing off a lot of powerful people in that town. Nina, Valentine, Sunny, Carly. You're just making enemies than you are friends. Not a good thing. But anyway, let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Hit the comment section. I will see you all next week. I hope you all have a great weekend. Have a very Merry Christmas. I hope everybody gets everything they want for Christmas. Um, and I just hope you all have a wonderful holiday. And I will see you when we come back. I don't know if there's going to be a new episode Christmas Day. What's today? The 22nd? I don't know if there's going to be a new episode Christmas Day. But if not, I will see you all Tuesday. Um, have a Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. See you all next week. Peace.